I'm delighted to be joined this afternoon by Stryker McGuire, who is a senior editor with the magazine Bloomberg Markets. Now, Stryker, help me understand this conundrum if you can, please. Whilst I see a lot of the media trying to catch up with Bloomberg's digital footprint, Bloomberg seems to be swimming against the tide and investing further in its print output.
Well, we're lucky. We're strong enough financially to be able to swim against that tide. At the same time, we have to also adjust to the realities of today, which means that everything that we do in the magazine in print goes on the terminal. We try to do as much as we can on television, audiovisual components on the website. It's very much a multi-platform experience, but I have to say, as somebody who is, as you mentioned, has been in the business and in the print business for a long time, I do feel a little bit like a relic sometimes, but we are a fortunate relic.
But you've also seen the media world from many different vantage points, and you've worked extensively in both the US and in Europe. Are there any huge differences that you see in the media between those?
Definitely. There are, there's even with the internet and with the sort of commingling and globalization that goes on because of the web, I still feel that there are cultural differences from country to country, continent to continent. It starts really with newspapers, and newspapers in the United States are very different than newspapers here in London. Newspapers in the United States are fairly calm. London journalists like to say that they're actually quite boring because they try to be balanced and fair and objective. Over here it's different, and you feel that in magazines as well. You certainly feel it in television. The cultural differences are significant. Where I think that doesn't affect us is that being a global news organization built on standards of US journalistic practices, we have a sort of common thread that runs throughout our whole way of doing things.
But one of the great sea changes within the media market is the impact of social media. And do you think social media is something that is helping to break down some of these cultural differences in the media?
I think it is helping a bit. I think it is helping a bit. Having said that, I think some of these cultural differences are pretty embedded in the professions in different places. But what we do find ourselves doing, of course, is social media is incredibly important to what we do. It's how we make an impact even beyond the people who actually read the magazine in print or who see our magazine on the terminal.
And how has it changed the way you operate?
Well, I mean, you have to be alive on Twitter. In particular, I find it very useful myself, particularly as a way of having people whom I respect basically suggest to me what to look at, what to read. And then, of course, there's a sort of humorous, more whimsical side of it as well, where you just see a lot of funny things.
All part of life's great tapestry.
Exactly.
Stryker, thank you very much.
Of course, thank you.